Hey there, Dr. Luke here, and what we're going to do is go through spinal segmentation. So we're going to go on all fours. Let me just teach you anterior pelvic tilt, which is like this. We're extending out the neck up. That's extension, spinal extension. Flexion is going to be like this, where we do posterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt. So they're the movements that we're going to go through. First of all, let's breathe in and radiate, create full body tension so that we can have a really good base for our vertebra to move with, and it will help increase the intensity of the exercise as well. So let's start off an extension, anterior pelvic tilt, and now we initiate from the lower back, going into flexion here. Really focus and imagine each vertebra moving one segment at a time. We're working our way up to that thoracic spine. And now we're going to our neck and we're flexing right down, squeezing right up to the best possible flexion we can get into our spine. And now we initiate from our lower back, going into extension or anterior pelvic tilt. Really focus on one vertebra at a time as we're coming up and extending. And I'm coming up into my neck, into that position here. Squeeze that extension. Great. Excellent. So that's how we'll do a spinal segmentation, initiating from that lower back all the way up into the neck. So we might want to do quite a few reps of that, maybe 4 to 6, to get them into that area, get that neurological awareness and spatial awareness that we want for our spine. Now, if we're finding that our thoracic spine is really hard to move one segment at a time, what you can do is to lock the lumbar and pelvis spine out so that you can really focus on that. The way we do that is we kind of come over our ankles, come out into this position here, breathe in and irradiate, start off in extension, and then what we want to do is initiate into going into flexion, that posterior pelvic tilt, and then we're going to really be focusing more on that thoracic spine there, as you can see. And now we go into that anterior pelvic tilt, into extension, really focusing on extending up into that position there. Okay, and if we're struggling with our lumbar spine, what we can do is lock our thoracic spine out with this one. And we start off in extension and we come into flexion, slow and controlled. This is kind of focusing more on the lumbar spine movement. Good, slow and controlled, and coming into that anterior pelvic tilt and squeezing that out. Very good. So it's really good to change the base of our spinal segmentation. So our nervous system gets another input there and we can focus on different areas of the spine. So this will help maintain that movement that we got, but also help us with that neurological awareness and trying to get that control of each vertebra as we go into flexion and extension. So that's how you do spinal segmentation.